Sleep isn't just downtime, it's when your body repairs, regenerates, and resets, especially after the age of 70. It's a vital window for cell recovery, memory consolidation, and immune system strengthening, all of which help fight off illness. But here's the truth. Some seemingly harmless bedtime habits could quietly sabotage your sleep, or worse, your life. Take, for instance, the tragic case of a 71-year-old man who passed away in his sleep. He was healthy, showed no signs of illness, and yet he never woke up. Could an innocent nightly routine have silently put him at risk? His sudden passing is a quiet but powerful wake-up call about the dangers that can hide in the most routine parts of our day. The sad reality is that after 70, certain pre-bedtime habits, even the small, overlooked ones, can increase your risk of stroke, heart attack, or even sudden death. And most people don't even realize they're making these mistakes. That's exactly why this article takes a deep dive into 4 common nighttime habits that people over 70 need to be especially careful about. They may seem minor, but science and real-life cases show just how much they can impact your health and even shorten your life. Some of these might surprise you. Others may be things you've done for years without a second thought. But we're not just here to scare you, we're here to help. This article breaks it all down and offers practical, easy-to-follow solutions so you can protect yourself starting tonight. Our goal? To help you wake up each morning feeling refreshed, energized, and truly well-rested. So stick with us until the end, especially for the last habit, which is something most older adults unknowingly do every single night that could be putting their health at serious risk. You'll also learn what to do instead to make your sleep safer, healthier, and more restorative starting today. Habit number 1. Eating a heavy dinner too late at night, the hidden burden on aging bodies. Understanding how your body changes with age and adjusting your habits accordingly is key to staying healthy as you get older. One of the most overlooked but risky habits for seniors, especially those over 70, is eating big, heavy meals too close to bedtime. This might have been no big deal when you were younger, but as the body ages, its ability to process food changes dramatically. What you eat, and more importantly, when you eat, can have a serious impact on your sleep quality, heart health, and even raise the risk of sudden nighttime complications. As we age, our metabolism naturally slows down. The digestive system, once efficient and fast, becomes less active. Enzyme production drops, gut motility weakens, and food takes longer to break down and move through the body. So that rich, starchy, greasy dinner you once handled just fine can now become a real burden on your body late at night. One of the most common and immediate consequences of heavy late-night eating in older adults is acid reflux, or GERD. When you lie down soon after a big meal, undigested food and stomach acid can flow back up into the esophagus. And since the lower esophageal sphincter, the muscle that keeps that acid where it belongs, tends to weaken with age, the risk only gets worse. Symptoms of GERD include chest burning, burping, sour taste, throat irritation, and persistent nighttime coughing. Some people even wake up gasping or choking. Over time, chronic acid reflux can lead to serious complications like esophageal ulcers, bleeding, or narrowing of the esophagus. One of the most dangerous risks in seniors is aspiration pneumonia, which happens when stomach contents accidentally enter the lungs, a life-threatening condition, especially for those with weakened immune systems. And it's not just your digestive system that suffers. Eating late can wreck your sleep. Instead of your body resting and repairing, it's stuck digesting. Your stomach pumps out more acid, your intestines stay active, and your heart rate may stay elevated, making it much harder to fall asleep or stay asleep. The result? Shallow, restless sleep that leaves you feeling drained the next day. Long-term poor sleep can weaken your immune system, raise blood pressure, and affect memory and focus. Worse still, late-night eating, especially foods high in fat, sugar, and salt, can seriously strain your cardiovascular system. Digestion demands more blood flow to your stomach and intestines, which can stress the heart. For people with heart disease or high blood pressure, that extra pressure can trigger problems like spikes in blood pressure, blood sugar, and increase the risk of heart attack or stroke, particularly during sleep when circulation naturally slows down. Picture this. You enjoy a creamy pasta dish or greasy burger right before bed. It's satisfying in the moment. But once you lie down, Your body is working overtime just to process that meal while your digestive acids threaten to spill where they shouldn't, and your heart is under pressure to keep everything moving. Not exactly the recipe for restful sleep. So what's the solution? The best advice is to finish your last meal of the day at least 3 to 4 hours before bedtime. That gives your body enough time to digest most of the food before you lie down, easing the load on your stomach and your heart and setting you up for deeper, more restful sleep. If you're a little hungry before bed, choose something light and easy to digest. A small handful of almonds or walnuts, a piece of fruit like a banana or apple, or a cup of warm herbal tea can help settle your stomach without overwhelming your system. Some of these snacks can even help promote better sleep. Just remember, your body at 70 plus doesn't function the same way it did decades ago. Making small but smart changes to your eating schedule, especially at night, can dramatically lower your risk of nighttime health scares, improve your sleep, and give your body the rest it truly needs. It's not just about avoiding problems, it's about improving your quality of life in these later years. Oh, and before we move on, if you're still watching and finding this helpful, leave a quick number 1 in the comments so I know you're with me. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Your support helps us keep creating useful, inspiring content just for you. Habit number 2, drinking too much liquid before bed. From minor inconvenience to major risk. We often focus on what and when we eat, but what we drink in the evening can be just as important for sleep quality and overall health, especially as we age. Staying hydrated is essential, yes. But if you're over 70 and find yourself waking up multiple times a night to use the bathroom, it might be time to rethink your nighttime drinking habits. Interrupted sleep is frustrating enough, but the risks don't stop there. Overhydrating in the evening can quietly raise your risk of falls, heart issues, and even cognitive decline, turning a small annoyance into a serious health hazard. So why is drinking too much before bed such a problem for older adults? It comes down to how the body naturally changes with age. First, the bladder becomes less elastic, can't hold as much urine, and the muscles that help control it weaken. That means the urge to go hits sooner and more often. Second, changes happen in the kidneys and hormone production. Some older adults produce less of the antidiuretic hormone at night, the hormone that tells the body to slow urine production while you sleep. Without enough ADH, your kidneys keep working through the night, filling your bladder and disrupting your sleep. This leads to nocturia, waking up 1 or more times during the night to pee. And while it might seem like a minor issue, it can wreak havoc on your sleep cycle. Each time you wake up, even briefly, it interrupts the deep, restorative stages of sleep your body and brain desperately need. The result? Fatigue, poor focus, irritability, and a lower quality of life. But here's where it gets more dangerous: falls. Picture this. It's 2 a.m., you wake up groggy and rushed because you need to pee. You stumble out of bed in the dark. That's when something called orthostatic hypotension can strike, a sudden drop in blood pressure when you go from lying down to standing. In older adults, the body's ability to regulate blood pressure can slow down, making this condition more likely. Symptoms like dizziness, blurred vision, or even fainting can occur, and many seniors don't even realize what's happening until it's too late. This is one of the leading causes of nighttime falls. A simple bathroom trip can turn into a serious accident, leading to broken bones, head injuries, or long recovery times, even the loss of independence. And it doesn't stop there. Frequent nighttime awakenings put stress on the cardiovascular system. Each time you're jolted awake, your sympathetic nervous system kicks in, spiking your heart rate and blood pressure. Over time, this strain can worsen existing heart conditions or contribute to new problems like hypertension, arrhythmia, or even heart attacks. Interrupted sleep also has deep ties to cognitive decline. Deep, uninterrupted sleep is when your brain clears out toxins, stores memories, and recharges your cognitive function. When that sleep is broken night after night, your brain doesn't get the time it needs to do its job, increasing your risk of memory loss, confusion, and even accelerating conditions like Alzheimer's. So what can you do? The good news is there are simple, effective changes you can make. Start by rebalancing your hydration schedule. Drink most of your water during the day, especially in the morning and early afternoon. Then, gradually reduce fluid intake as the evening approaches. Avoid drinking large amounts of water or any diuretic beverages 2 to 4 hours before bedtime. If you're thirsty late at night, take small sips of plain water rather than chugging a full glass. Also, watch what you're drinking. Beverages like coffee, black tea, green tea, and certain sodas contain caffeine, a stimulant that not only disrupts sleep but also acts as a diuretic, increasing urine production. The effects can last for hours, so it's best to avoid them at least 4 to 6 hours before bed. Alcohol is another troublemaker. It might make you drowsy at first, but it fragments your sleep later and increases nighttime bathroom trips. And don't forget about soups, broths, and water-rich fruits or veggies like watermelon, cucumbers, celery, oranges, and grapefruit, especially if eaten during late dinner hours. Even these can quietly overload your system before bed. Some medications may also have diuretic effects. If you're dealing with frequent nighttime urination, it's worth having a chat with your doctor about possible alternatives or schedule adjustments. These small but intentional changes can dramatically improve your sleep quality, lower your risk of falls, and support your overall well-being. And remember, it's not just about what you consume. Your sleep environment plays a key role too. Stay tuned as we'll dive into that next. Habit number 3. Sleeping in a room that's too warm. A cozy mistake that can quietly harm your health. Making small, intentional changes to your daily habits can go a long way in improving sleep quality, reducing nighttime fall risks, and supporting your overall health. But it's not just about what you eat or how much water you drink. Your sleep environment plays a major role, and one surprisingly common mistake among older adults is keeping the bedroom too warm at night. A cozy, heated room might sound like a good idea, especially on chilly nights. Many seniors even layer up with thick blankets or crank the thermostat, thinking it'll help them sleep better. But once you're over 70, that comfort could actually be doing more harm than good. As we age, our bodies lose some of their ability to regulate temperature. The internal thermostat doesn't work as efficiently. You may not sweat as much to release heat, and your blood vessels may not adjust quickly enough to cold or warmth. That makes older adults more sensitive to room temperature and more vulnerable to overheating during the night. When your body gets too hot while you sleep, your heart has to work overtime to cool you down. It pushes more blood to the surface of your skin to release heat. That extra workload puts unnecessary strain on your cardiovascular system, which can be dangerous for anyone with high blood pressure, heart disease, or any kind of heart weakness. Night after night, this added stress could raise the risk of a serious cardiac event. Another hidden danger of sleeping in a warm room is dehydration. Even if you're not sweating buckets or feeling thirsty, your body still loses moisture through your breath and skin in a hot environment. Even mild overnight dehydration thickens your blood, which raises the risk of blood clots, a major trigger for heart attacks and strokes, especially in seniors whose blood vessels may already be stiff or narrowed. Let's look at a real-life example. Meet Frank, a 74-year-old retiree who loves winding down with a good book in bed. He keeps his room at what feels like a comfortable 75 degrees Fahrenheit and piles on a thick comforter each night. But Frank often wakes up groggy, drenched in sweat, and feeling more tired than when he went to bed. What Frank didn't realize is that his warm sleep environment was disrupting his natural sleep cycles. A cooler core body temperature is essential for falling into deep, restorative sleep. By keeping his room too warm, his body couldn't drop its internal temperature, and as a result, he wasn't getting the deep rest his body and mind needed. The fix? A cooler bedroom. Cooler temps help your body naturally wind down and produce melatonin, the hormone that regulates sleep. Deep sleep not only recharges your energy, but also supports memory, boosts your immune system, and contributes to longer lifespan. Older adults who sleep in cooler environments often report waking up more refreshed, mentally sharp, and energized. So, what's the ideal bedroom temperature? Most sleep experts recommend keeping your bedroom between 65 and 70 degrees Fahrenheit for optimal sleep. If you're more sensitive to the cold, you can bump it slightly to 68 to 73 degrees Fahrenheit. But the key is to avoid overheating. Instead of turning the heat up, try layering with light, breathable cotton blankets. Having multiple layers lets you adjust your warmth more easily, rather than relying on one thick, heat-trapping comforter. Your sleepwear matters too. Choose lightweight, Loose-fitting pajamas made from moisture-wicking fabrics like cotton or silk. These keep your body dry, cool, and comfortable through the night. Another simple trick: air circulation. If it's safe to do so, crack a window for fresh air, or use a small, rotating fan to keep air moving gently. It's a natural way to cool the room and also helps improve air quality, which can reduce nighttime irritants that disturb your rest. These small tweaks to your sleep environment can make a big difference. Keeping your bedroom cool and well-ventilated eases the strain on your heart, promotes deeper sleep, and helps you wake up feeling truly rested, instead of exhausted or overheated. And remember, once you've optimized your diet, hydration, and sleep setting, there's still one more physical factor we need to talk about: your sleeping posture, the position your body stays in all night long. If you're still watching and finding this info helpful, leave a quick number 3 in the comments so I know you're here with me. And if you haven't already, hit subscribe and tap the bell so you don't miss out on the next video. Your support helps us keep creating valuable content to inform and inspire you. Habit number 4: sleeping in the wrong position, the silent threat to your breathing and circulation. After optimizing what goes into your body, like your diet and hydration, and what surrounds it, like room temperature and air quality, there's still one major factor left to consider: your sleep position. Most people don't think twice about how they sleep. If it feels comfortable, that's usually good enough. But after 70, your sleeping position can have a much bigger impact on your health than you might realize. Staying in the wrong position for hours every night can affect your breathing, restrict blood flow, and silently increase your risk of serious conditions like heart failure or stroke. As we age, natural changes occur in muscle tone, lung function, and circulation. The muscles in your throat and airway weaken. Your lungs become less elastic. Blood vessels may stiffen. This makes seniors more sensitive to the effects of poor sleep posture. Lying in the wrong position can reduce airflow to the lungs, lower oxygen levels in the blood, and put pressure on major blood vessels all while you sleep. Over time, this can lead to issues ranging from snoring and sleep apnea to cardiovascular strain. One of the most deceptively risky positions for older adults is sleeping on the back. Though it may feel relaxing, gravity pulls the tongue and soft tissues backward, narrowing or blocking the airway, especially dangerous if your airway muscles are already weakened by age. This sets the stage for obstructive sleep apnea, a condition where your breathing repeatedly stops and starts during sleep. These pauses can last for seconds or even minutes and occur dozens, sometimes hundreds of times each night. Many people aren't even aware they have it. It's often a partner who notices the loud snoring, gasping, or choking. OSA doesn't just disrupt your sleep, it lowers oxygen levels, spikes blood pressure, and puts tremendous strain on your heart. Long-term, it increases your risk of heart disease, high blood pressure, type 2 diabetes, stroke, and cognitive decline. Take Robert, a 76-year-old man who always slept on his back. His wife noticed he'd occasionally stop breathing, followed by gasping. He dismissed it as normal aging, but eventually, Robert woke up feeling exhausted, suffered frequent headaches, and couldn't focus. A doctor visit revealed that his sleeping position had been silently worsening his health through undiagnosed sleep apnea. Even without sleep apnea, poor sleep posture can impair circulation. For example, sleeping on your right side might increase pressure on the heart and vena cava, the large vein returning blood to the heart. While this isn't a problem for most people, older adults with heart conditions may experience worsened symptoms, like fluid retention in the lungs or legs, which can aggravate congestive heart failure over time. So, what's the best sleeping position after 70? Most health experts recommend sleeping on your left side, and for good reason. It improves blood circulation by helping your heart pump more efficiently with gravity. It supports digestion, since your stomach and pancreas naturally sit on the left, allowing food to pass more smoothly and enzymes to flow more easily. It also helps reduce acid reflux, making it less likely for stomach acid to reach the esophagus. And finally, the body's lymphatic system, which removes waste, drains more efficiently when you sleep on your left side. If side sleeping doesn't come naturally, here are some tips. Use a body pillow to support your position and prevent rolling onto your back. Slightly elevate your head with a supportive pillow to keep your airway open. If you deal with joint pain, especially in the hips or knees, Place a thin pillow between your knees to align your spine, reduce pressure on your hips, and ease lower back pain. Making these small, simple adjustments to your sleep posture can have a profound impact on your health. By keeping your body aligned in a way that supports circulation, breathing, and heart function, you reduce your risk of nighttime complications and wake up feeling more refreshed, more energized, and more in control of your health. Now that we've covered 4 important and often overlooked habits that affect your sleep after 70, it's clear that small, mindful changes to what you eat, drink, how your sleep environment is set up, and the way you position your body can all lead to long-term benefits for your health, energy, and peace of mind. After exploring these 4 often overlooked nighttime habits, from when and what we eat to our sleep environment and body position, one thing becomes clear. A few small, intentional changes can make a big difference to your health after 70. What might seem like harmless habits could actually be silently affecting your heart, your sleep quality, and your overall well-being. But here's the good news: they're totally changeable. And it's never too late to start. So now ask yourself, could one of these habits be quietly sabotaging your sleep? Do you toss and turn? Wake up in the middle of the night? Feel uncomfortable in bed and not know why? Awareness is the first step toward improvement. So why not start tonight? Pick one small thing to change: eat dinner a little earlier, cool down your bedroom, or try adjusting your sleep position. One small shift, practiced consistently, can lead to deeper sleep, a clearer mind, and a healthier life. Thank you so much for joining us today. If this video gave you something to think about, share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share to help spread this message to others who might need it. Your support is what keeps us going, and we can't wait to see you again in the next video.